1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock, we were just talking about the yeah buts. The yeah buts are the people who have a problem, you give them a great solution, and they'll say, yeah, but. And then they'll have a reason why they can't do it. That happens all the time when you have somebody you know is either not happy with their job or they don't have a job and they want a job. And I always say, well, call Laura Burns. Go to CareerSourceCLM.com. It's an amazing opportunity for you to see not only what's available, to maybe have somebody take you by the hand, and then you get the yeah buts. Don't you hate the yeah buts?
Well,
Laura Burns is here from CareerSource. Hey, Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
Were you under the weather?
I had bronchitis.
Oh, my gosh.
My boss and I were out, we were bronchitis buddies.
Are you okay?
So we'd text each other going, what antibiotics are you on? And yeah. Yes, I'm no longer, I think I'm not contagious or anything.
Oh,
so
good,
I've been back for a week. So.
Good. Well, you're under the graces of the growing apple tree.
I know, I see that.
Is it considerably bigger than last time?
Like 3 times bigger. Yeah, it's.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, you've done bananas. You now apple.
Well, bananas were like inherited. They were in my yard. So
okay.
Yeah. So
do an avocado.
So who are we meeting today? Steve and Nate. I know their first names.
Well, they're with eResources IT on Demand.
Oh,
and
okay.
A very exciting company and a really great position. So I want to dispense with my top of the program announcements.
Well, good to see you again.
Good to be seen.
Yeah.
I've lost all of June, but so I just want to quickly run through some hiring events. It just never ends. I should preface this by saying last Thursday on the 14th, we participated with I want to say 15 other CareerSource regions throughout Florida in our construction job fair. That's what Dale French was here on June 6th talking about.
That was across the street?
It was right across the street.
Yeah,
we had it was wonderful turnout, very lively discussion. This was a kind of a statewide effort, so all the CareerSource regions throughout the state during that week were holding events. So if you missed it and you are interested in construction or building related position, contact us and we can get you connected. So that was terrific. We do have a number of hiring events. I'm just going to run through them. Excuse me. On Friday, June 22nd, AT&T, they're looking for full and part-time customer service and sales representatives. This runs from 10 a.m. to 3, and it's at their office. So don't come to our Ocala CareerSource Center. It's at their office. The address is 5312 Southwest 6th Place. And of course, all this information is on our calendar of events at CareerSourceCLM.com. Then on Monday, Safer at Home, they're looking for CNAs, HHAs, home health aides, certified nursing assistants, and sitter companions. This takes place from 9 to 1 at our Lecanto Career Center. So don't go to Ocala. That's at Lecanto. However, on July 9th, from 10 to 1, it will take place at our Ocala office. Tuesday, the 6th, E1 is hiring from 3 to 6. That will be right at CF's Enterprise Center. So these are all kind of shifting around. So if you're interested, do go to our calendar to get all the details.
Tuesday, the 6th?
That is Tuesday, the 26th.
Oh, 26th, okay.
Then Thursday, the 28th, caregiver services from 10 to 1. They're looking for home health aides and CNAs, LPs, and RNs. LPNs, I think that is. And like I said, all the hiring events are available on our calendar of events at CareerSourceCLM.com. We have lots of workshops again throughout our region. This week, tomorrow, we have some today, but it's too late for today. But tomorrow, interview strategies that get you remembered from 9 to 11, and also your digital footprint from 2 to 4, and that's critical. You got if you have some party photos on your Facebook or whatever.
Oh, okay, that's what that's about.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not only just cleaning up your digital presence, but the importance of having a digital presence, because employers more and more are checking out. They're
Really?
going to check you out
Huh.
on your social media. And so they're looking for the bad, but they're also looking for the good. What are you doing? Are you doing volunteer work? Do you have photos of, the March of Dimes walkathons and that kind of stuff? So it's really important to have a robust but nicely curated digital footprint that businesses need to look at.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I'll mention is, well, maybe not the last thing, on Friday the 22nd, online resources for veterans. This is really a wonderful workshop from 9 to 11. And also from 1 to 3, Beyond Barriers. And this is how you can get a job if you have background issues. Do you have maybe an arrest on your record, credit difficulties, workplace limitations, you can't stand or sit for a length of time or whatever, visual issues, whatever. Have you had an extended time away from the workplace for whatever reason? Have you been out of a job for a long time? These are all considered barriers to employment, and this workshop is designed to assist you. So then there are 6 more the following week, but again, hit up our calendar of events.
Absolutely,
and you can, see all, and they're all free, folks. These
That's it's an amazing thing about CareerSource.
At no charge. So that's all on the candidate side. And on the business side, as you know, we like to bring in wonderful business partners to come and talk about their company, their corporate culture, and their positions. And that's why we have Nate and Steve here today from eResources. So I want to let these gentlemen tell you about that.
Well, I'm going to learn something new. eResources, what does the E stand for?
It stands for everything.
Ah, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. At least that's what it feels like some days. Coffee makers, printers. No, I'm
So the one thing I've always not known, and so this is probably third grade or kindergarten question, what does IT actually stand for? When we say IT, what is? I mean, we know it means technology. Does the T mean technology? What does IT stand for?
Yeah, typically information technology is...
That's all it means.
Yep.
It's just information. Okay.
Yeah, it's the things that you plug into the wall that get you out into the world virtually.
So what do you do? Do you sell? What do you sell? Maybe ask it that way. What does eResources sell?
We try to sell the easy technology for businesses. We're a B2B shop. So,
okay.
A lot of companies like to focus on what it is that they do, right?
Okay.
Selling widgets or other services, insurance, medical services.
Okay.
They don't want to focus on their technology.
So right, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, we have that circumstance right here. I mean, we have a computer right here that you notice I'm not using. Because we don't know how to turn it on. We don't know anything about it. So there would be a perfect example, I think, right?
I think so. Well, that monitor looks like it's from like 1984. So.
Don't say that. We don't care. We just want to know how to use it.
Yeah.
Does it illuminate?
I don't even know what that means. All right. So obviously there's a lot I don't know, but that's not unusual, right? For a business person to need an expert to help you with what that stuff that needs to be done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And that's where we come in. We become our client's partner in technology. We become their liaison with the industry, if you would. And we're able to provide them with the level of guidance needed to, number one, understand their business, but be able to guide them and build technology around their business needs.
I didn't even know there was something like that, let alone in Ocala. I mean, that is really good. Because it's like you drive a car. You don't need to know how to fix it. You go to a mechanic.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So in your job, you're using computers and other artificial intelligence, right? Like the door locks and the cameras and everything else, right?
That's true, absolutely. Sometimes my wife tells me I have artificial intelligence. But, because technology is just a tool, right? It's just like anything else, like a microphone or a.
Right, and if I didn't know how to turn this on, then I'd be lost. So
that's right.
It's the only thing I know.
Does your company help the companies that you serve focus on what their main goal is and build their website around that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll take we'll go in and talk with an organization, a company, and identify what it is they're trying to do and how they can leverage technology to see that mission.
Does that
through.
include marketing? Do you teach people how to market with technology?
It does, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of social media, we do a lot of social media work. And when we are looking for candidates and we see, somebody doing a keg stand or something like that, we definitely recommend that they clean that up.
Oh, the cake stand isn't allowed?
It shows that they might be fun in a culture, but,
You know what comes to mind for me?
red flags.
What comes to mind for me personally is we'll do interviews a lot of times with people who have political opinions. And if they're on for 10 minutes and they've got a book, it's kind of rude for us to argue with them if we disagree with them. So we just let them say what they have to say. And then the critique we get is, I can't believe you didn't argue with them. So, well, they only had 10 minutes. They're talking about the book, and we didn't agree or disagree. We just, But it does sound like it. So can we erase that stuff, all that stuff that's on the internet?
Well, I think it depends on who you ask. If it's the NSA, probably not. But, I think a lot of the technology companies are doing a better job of allowing you to manage your information that they're keeping about you.
And Steve, since you're the director of partner development, what do you do exactly to make the people that you partner with meld with your company with what you do?
Sure, I think it's more important that we meld with their company. It's really starting off by understanding them as a business, understanding their workflow with technology, where technology interfaces, and being able to help guide with their needed technology, because every business is different, and as we learn, every user within a business is different, and we're in the business of, in the end, what really matters is the best user experience possible with what the business is trying to do. So that's what we're
So you're
really
here
focused on.
with Laura for CareerSource, so you must be looking for workers, some employees.
We're always looking for good team members.
So it must be a specialized person who can do what you do.
It is.
Right? So tell me who you're looking for. What skills do they need to bring to the table?
You want to give it a shot?
I can. On the front end, besides having all of the technical expertise that are industry standards, one of the most important assets is the soft skills, being able to communicate, not being not speaking so much in the Technese language, but more into layman terms so other people can understand
them. Is that hard
to do? It can be. But
you're doing a pretty good job. I'm understanding so far.
It takes a special person to be able to look at it from the technical perspective and be able to translate, because we're also translators. And being able to understand. We're also partly psychologists to understand, what the end user's experience is going through and where their frustrations are coming from. So it really takes a special person. Now, all of that stuff can be trained and learned through some time. We've had some great experience with CareerSource and some recent hires that we found through them, and they've really fallen in with the team model. And we have a really good intern structured program that we have going on that really gets them trained up.
So is that a good foot in the door? Is the intern program?
It really is. It really is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you find a lot of times that when you're just getting started in technology, experience is really what educates you. Like, you can read the book, you can take the test, get the
I would imagine,
certification.
yeah.
It's like anything else. You've got to have experience, and something like an internship program is a really good way to do it. We actually hired a young fellow through CareerSource. He started out as a sort of a temp intern, and he was just fresh out of college. Really smart kid, first principle thinker, great communication skills, and really had a passion for technology. And those are kind of the key traits that we're looking for, because you can, if you give somebody a chance, they can gain the experience.
Right.
It's good to have somebody who has those attributes that sort of make for a successful future, regardless of whether they work for us or somebody else.
How do you connect with the businesses? Do you have a salesperson? Like let's say we could benefit from your services. Who comes and talks to us?
Like myself.
You do? So, but are you looking for somebody? Is that part of what you're doing here today?
Absolutely. We're looking for team members from sales to engineering to support and operations. We're always looking for good people. So account management. Steve does a lot of account management and sales. I help out on account management and sales, but I do a lot of operations as well. And so there's a lot of work to be done.
So are you in a way like a personal trainer for IT, for technology?
It's a pretty good.
Are you always there? Are you there for us like a retainer, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we do regular retainer services. If you have a problem, you can call us, regardless of whether it's something that we actually manage, or if it's a system that you have a vendor, a third-party vendor, we're happy to interface with them because we are good translators when it comes to technology.
Really?
Do you advocate the use of the desktop computer or the laptop or the tablet, because so many people now have their own personal preference?
That's really user specific. It really depends on the setting. If a user's predominantly working out of an office setting and not much remote, desktop computer is usually the most cost-effective way of delivering their computing. Now, obviously, if they're more remote, if they find themselves, preferring to work off of mobile devices, it's really a user decision at that point.
A lot of technology, like the applications that we use, used to keep us tethered to the desktop, right? Because you could only get that work done sitting in front of a keyboard or a big monitor.
Or a mixing board.
Now you don't have to use that dead computer because a lot of the applications, Google Apps and Office 365 and even things like Salesforce.
Did you call it a dad computer? So you know what that is? Do you recognize it?
Well, I took a wild guess.
Really? That's pretty good. It doesn't say it anywhere on there. That is what it's called, Dad.
Lucky. I got lucky today.
Yeah, isn't that a crazy name, Dad?
That's the importance of experience.
Do you also do the software for the particular business? Do you create all of that, what they need?
Well, we provide some of the fundamental components like email services and file sharing and that sort of thing. But a lot of the companies we work with have very specialized line of business applications that we don't necessarily provide, but we interface with them. We know a lot of different applications.
So I'm guessing that what I'm about to say, depends on how old the business owner is. I think the older we are, the more we don't know what we don't know regarding IT, right? I think a younger person like my son, this is what he does. He does kind of what you're talking about, and it's over my head. I have no idea what he does. Yeah. And Robin's son too does his in New York. My son is in Gainesville. And it's so good to hear that we have somebody here that if they wanted to work here, they could. I mean, it sounds like you've got that same kind of opportunity as far as how many job openings are there?
Right now we have 4. Job openings, but again, we're a growing business, so we're always looking for good people to bring into our fold. The review process for really good, talented people can be a tough process. That's why having people like CareerSource help vet things,
especially with what you're
fantastic.
doing. I mean, clearly, I'd be at the bottom of the totem pole. You don't even want to take your time talking to me.
Well, we have an internship program.
Yeah. Can you get me some coffee? Yeah, I can do that. Can I work the Keurig machine? Yes, I can.
And do you have benefits for the prospective employees? Because there's a lot of families here, and they like to be able to know that they have different kinds of benefits to take care of their families.
Yeah, absolutely. We have full health, dental, vision. We have a 401k plan. We do part of our health plan is a health savings account, so we put $1,000 a year into a health savings account, and we match the 401k up to 4% of the salary. So, great benefits. There are probably a few others in there that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Just let me re-mention, you're with eResources, IT on Demand. Is that the full name, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. And you're in Ocala. And if you're listening and you know somebody who could fit into this company as an employee, or maybe you are that person, you would need to call or contact CareerSourceCLM.com, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And if you go to the news tab on the nav tabs on our homepage, click on it, you'll see the WOCA Business Showcase. Click on that link, and it takes you to a dedicated page. It talks about the company, talks about the job openings, explains how to apply, all that good stuff. And we will also post a podcast from today on that page as soon as we received it.
Share it with somebody who will benefit from it. Yeah,
share it. I just, if I could, just wanted to put a further little plug in for this company. You know how we're always talking about, especially if you're a smaller to mid-sized company, you don't necessarily have staff dedicated to HR, or let alone a whole separate HR department to do a lot. So you can partner with us, and we will work with you to meet your needs. And each company has different needs, and we can meet those needs. Well, I think e-resources is very similar to that. Not every company has the luxury of having a full-blown IT department. So you partner with you get
exactly
these guys come
Yes.
on, and they're your IT partner. They're your IT department. They can make that all seamless. Now, we don't charge; they do. They're a for-profit,
Right.
but it's analogous. So, I mean, this is a wonderful resource.
Laura, you're hired.
Yeah, that's exactly how I see it. I see it as the same as a mechanic for the car.
Yep,
You
agreed.
know,
Absolutely.
in radio we have an engineer, a guy who's
Exactly.
highly qualified but he does several radio stations. So
You spoke about interfacing before. If a business has a problem, you can fix that problem remotely, or do you have to come to the business?
98% of what we do is remote. I mean, the technology nowadays, as long as you're connected to the internet, we can do a lot remotely. But we'll come on site too if it's needed.
So do the employees do that? I mean, do they work at home?
We have a few that do, but we have our call center is down on Southwest 3rd Street, right across from the post office. So we have the bulk of our team is there, and then we're scattered across the country. We have clients across the country. So.
Oh my, that's wonderful.
So could somebody listening right now, this is not necessarily for employees that you're looking for, but somebody who's hearing what you do and thinking they could benefit from what you do, how do you tell them? I guess the best thing would be to call you and say, look, I sell pet supplies. I have a pet shop, right? I don't even, maybe an online presence for sales. A lot of people are saying, how do I sell stuff online? Is that part of what you could help them with?
Absolutely. Technology, we're just here to help people scale, right? It's about the people. Every business is about the people. The technology is just a tool that helps those people scale. And so anything that does that, technology-wise, we're here to help.
But
And
if
you
you're-
can streamline it.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was thinking if your competitor is selling things, like it's outselling you, and you're not getting the customers anymore because they're doing it online. Just like Amazon. Did you see how much Jeff Bezos is worth? He's like the richest man in the world now.
Is it like 142 or something?
I had it just this morning. Yeah, huge.
Yep.
He's more than Bill Gates.
Yeah.
More than who's the
It's
other
a lot of
guy?
my money.
Steve
Yeah,
Jobs.
I know. I mean, what do they do with all that
I don't
money?
think he
Warren
actually
Buffett,
does. I don't
too.
think there's much margin.
They give a lot of-
I
They don't ever worry how much lunch is. That's what I think.
think it's all revenue based.
The thing about Jeff Bezos versus IT on demand is that you can call us. Jeff isn't going to answer your call.
And I absolutely love that personal interaction because you're speaking to real people. You'll come out and meet with someone face to face, and that is one of the best assets of a company to have that persona.
Agreed.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, very exciting. I love hearing of this for a couple of reasons. I like the idea that young people learning from we have some great colleges now in Ocala.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of moving out like Robin's son did to New York, and my son couldn't find anything here. He went to Gainesville, so at least he's close.
Yep.
Robin has to go to New York to see her son, so which is fun. We like going to New York.
It is fun.
Okay, so Laura, we would need to call you if we were interested in the job.
Well, call 1-800-434-JOBS. That's 5627, and to learn more. But visit our website, CareerSourceCLM.com. Like I say, go to the news section where you'll see the WOCA Business Showcase, and these guys are going to be up for the next couple weeks. We'll post the podcast here, but it has instructions how you can learn more about their open positions, how you can apply for them, and I don't think I linked to their website, but I'll make sure as soon as I get back to make sure that you can go to their website easily and learn more about what they are, which is great for both candidates if you're looking for a job that they may have for you, but also businesses out there if you are looking to partner with a company like these guys for your IT needs. You can find out all the services as well.
Sounds like a good company.
Yeah.
ITondemand.com. It's very simple.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
ITOnDemand.com. Yeah, and we didn't ask about the culture. I'm just guessing it sounds like you guys have a good time.
We really tried to.
Yeah.
We really try to, and really extend to the community. One of the things that we do, and we started doing on a monthly basis, is every third Thursday at 11 a.m. we do a community event called Tech Talks. And this is a way for local community business leaders and workers, if you would, that are interested in learning more or having open discussion about technology and how it relates to their business, to come and speak with our team. And we have the CEP boardroom every third Thursday at 11 a.m.
Oh, that's
it's
wonderful.
exciting to hear all this in Ocala. Nate Breitbach? Nate,
Yep,
did I
you
say
got
your
it,
name right?
nice.
Steve Condit?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And of course, Laura Burns, thank you for coming in. And CareerSource, CLM.com, if you're interested in the jobs. Share the video with somebody you know who can benefit from it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Larry.
you.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Robert.
guys.
We'll be right back.
You're welcome.
Howdy, folks. RL here.